and welcome to today's horse racing tip. Now, if you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button below and get notified of every video we release from Monday to Saturday. Now, today's selection comes from Race Expert, and they've selected Temple Hills in the 206 at Stratford. So we're going to jump in, have a look, and see if we can find out why they have selected this horse. So here I've got the 206 at Stratford open in the Race Advisor Pro software using a standard race card. Now, the first thing we're going to have a quick look at here is the tissue odds, PR odds line. Now, Temple Hills is down there, kind of fourth in the market. If I open this up, we can see based on probability, this horse is actually running at fifth on raw probabilities. If we come out of this market and we go into the VDW odds, that's Van der Waal, and we sort by Van der Waal's score, this horse is coming number 2 in the score. The lower the score here, the better. And that means it's sitting in the top 4. And the top 4 horses in this race, the winner has come from the top 4 horses in this race for Van der Waal, VDW score, 81% of the time. And from the place market, one of these top 4 has placed 96% of the time under similar race conditions. So that's a good strong pointer there, a good indication of why this horse might have been selected. Now, moving along here, we can see the compiled rating 5278 is putting this horse top ranked, and we can see that it's had a good race in the last 12 days as well, which is also very good. Now, this is a 2 mile 3 furlong race, so speed isn't going to be super important here, but it's still worth taking a quick look at. And we can see that based on speed rank from last race down here, this horse is actually number 2 because these 4 horses at the top haven't been able to be ranked. Best ever speed over this track, however, it is, over this race type, I should say, it is lowest. So a bit of a mix here on speed. It's been running well recently, but maybe not so hot over long term in comparison to some of the other runners. Now, I'm going to have a quick look at the PFP rating. This is a form-based rating, and again, we can see this is kind of low down in the field here, which is a little bit of a concern. If we open Temple Hills form history and have a quick look here, because this is a chase turf race, class 3, soft ground, 2 miles 3 furlong with around £7,000 in prize money. And if we look at the chase races that we've got here over a similar 2 miles 3 furlong distance and soft ground, there's one down here on the 12th of October 2019. We can see this horse was beaten by 14.25 lengths. It was carrying 9.10. Today carrying 10.12. So quite an increase there. On Chepstow in a 22k race back in 2018, so this is going back some way, was beaten 37 lengths over a very similar set of race conditions outside of the class, but it was carrying 11.6. Now, more recently, good to soft round here, 2 miles 4 furlong, was beaten 19 lengths. And coming up here, 2 mile 3 furlong race, good to soft, carrying 11.2, beaten 18.5 lengths. So it's not looking like there's a lot of indicating this horse is going to have a strong preference for this race. Obviously, that doesn't mean it's not going to win. It's just I'm not at the moment seeing what may have caused this particular horse to be a nap in this race. More recently at Stratford on the 17th of October in a 4k race, 2 miles 4 furlong on good ground, the horse won. And this could be the reason that Race Expert has chosen this run of day, because in that race it was carrying 11.5. Today it's carrying 10.12, so it's actually a decrease in weight. It won by 1.25 lengths that time, but it was over good ground, and today it is soft ground, and we haven't got any major indications here that this horse likes soft ground. If we just very quickly scroll through the soft ground races, we've got pulled up, beaten by 18 lengths, beaten by 14 lengths, beaten by 37 lengths, pulled up, keep going down here, beaten by 26 lengths, beaten by 15 lengths, pulled up, fell, and right down here beaten by 39 lengths. So it hasn't actually won a race on soft ground. However, it has won a race on good to soft ground if we go back far enough. But more recently, it hasn't actually performed well over any type of softer ground. It's only performed well over good ground. So that's a bit of a concern for me. Coming back to the actual race itself, we're going to run a very quick Monte Carlo simulation to see if it's picking something else up. And while that's running, I've just opened the speed graph. So let's set off that Monte Carlo simulation here. Here are the speed graphs. I'm just going to filter these now by chase turf, and I'm actually going to go good to soft and soft ground condition. Just apply that. I'm not going to worry about the distance. I'm going to bring it into more recent kind of 2019, 2020 data. And the horse we're looking for here is purple. It's right down here was its last run, but it did have a run up here back on October 12th, 2019, where it put in a good speed figure. If we zoom out of this picture a little bit, just to see kind of what's going on with this horse, we can see that this horse is up here. It's obviously got the potential to contend, but it's had a kind of quite a big break, and this last race really wasn't looking so great for it. So there's a number of concerns, particularly when we see horses like Fangio here coming up. Now this simulation's finished, so let's just exit out of the simulation and jump back in to see what the results were. So we can see here that pretty much like everything else we've looked at, it seems that Temple Hills is kind of sitting middle of the field. There are a few indicators that it could perform well, it could run a good race. However, there are also a number of indicators saying it may not like some of the conditions that it's going to get today. So I can see possibly why Race Expert may have chosen this horse. I'm not sure whether 4-1 is going to be offering much value on this particular selection. So that's a quick look into why Race Expert may have chosen this horse in today's race. Please do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of this horse. Is this a horse that you like? Are you going to be betting on this horse today? The selection today, 206 Stratford, is Temple Hills. It comes from Race Expert, and you can find out more about them at graboffer.today/Race Expert. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like and share buttons as well, and let other people know that you're enjoying watching these videos. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you tomorrow.